Hello, hello. Today we are trying a new property called Viking Rise from IGG. And as we're starting out, we see that we meet Ivana and Ivor. We are Vikings who have been attacked by a fearsome enemy and we have had to relocate. We finally found our location, so now it's time to gather resources and build. Now, many of you are aware of other properties that I play that are very similar to this, base builders. Um, and eventually we will get to the point where not only will we have to be fighting the NPCs, we will have to be fighting other players. So, also, please don't mind any of the visual glitches that you see. That's actually not in the game. That is on my recording. I've done my best to edit most of it out because it was very ugly. But let's progress with the tutorial. So we are being introduced to our characters, we're being introduced to things that we need to do, and we are being introduced to our enemy. As we see, these are shadow creatures. Um, so we have survived by building our wall barricade, which is something that we will need to be upgrading as we progress through the game. And we have a few buildings already. We've got um, our chief hut, and we've got a builder's hut so that we can construct things. So now we will need to build our clan camp, but we have no space there, so we need to clear the space. Now, one thing to note about this game is that you will have to hire people or recruit workers to give you buffs and make your building and running errands a little bit easier for yourself, as you see. So we have recruited somebody, Tiger. Oh, rar. And then he is going to help us with building. So we go through, we build things. Ivor's very happy, thank you. And I'm the person that I get resources. I love resources. I need resources to build very quickly and to upgrade everything. So that is a priority for me. As you see, we have an infantry barracks. You will actually have three troop types. You will have infantry, you will have archers, and you will have pikemen. If you've played games like this before, you know that two of these three are your ideal, and one of them is sort of squishier than the others. So what I personally am going to be focusing on is building my infantry, building my pikemen, and then building my archers. So we go through again. Please don't mind the visual glitches. That is actually my video and not the game itself. The game itself is very smooth. I like the user interface. It's easy to understand. When we go building things, it tells you things. Here's where I recruit more people. You see the buffs they give in percentages. Now, whether these are true to life percentages or if there's something that, like other games do where they're just sort of vague ideas of how it helps, I don't know. So we get lots of things for doing lots of things, but now we meet our enemies. And they are here to try and kill us. So one thing that we will need to do in order to defend ourselves is not only have our wall barricades strong, but we will also need to have troops. In order to have troops, we need to train troops. And the only training building that we have so far is the infantry. So we are going to try and have the infantry battle these. So we train, we build. It's extremely dangerous here. Thank you, Ivana. She's so helpful. So now she's telling us to train our infantry. Even though I have 680, apparently I need more infantry. Which everybody needs more infantry, don't they? And we see the animated battle. And of course, because that is what we were meant to do, we have won the animated battle of our Vikings. Our Vikings are victorious. So we need to, when we battle, we need to assign a troop chief. Right now, all we have unlocked is Ivor, and he is going to be the one who is leading us. Certain chiefs will have certain benefits to specific troop types. Other chiefs will have benefits to overall troops. And they will all do different things. And you can expect that they will also have skills and different skills at that for later on in the game. So skills will include things like, doing extra damage to a specific troop type from the enemy or adding bonuses to one of your troop types. It could even be something like axe throwing, where it adds a percentage or takes away a percentage of damage. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, we are being told that we have to heal people. So, in order to heal people, we have to have an infirmary. Our infirmary, the rate of healing right now is not ideal, but again, as you upgrade buildings, things will become a little bit easier for you. Um, and, that's pretty standard. We don't have enough space for some places, so we will be continually clearing out space as we go along. Our infantry is built, and now we can heal. Again, please, the visual glitches. That's all my fault. I'm recording this on my phone, and I edited it on my phone, and it's my poor phone. Okay, so as we go through, we also find that we we have NPC characters. One of them being this direwolf here, which I am not going to bother with yet, even though I technically could take him out, because I want to see if there's a storyline for that. I want to see if during the progression they tell me I need to take out that direwolf. And if they do, then I'm going to be happy, because it takes very little to make me happy. So now we see we have the archer's barracks. Now this is the troop type that I said was probably going to be a little bit softer than your infantry and your pikemen, which will come soon. Um, Mostly because whenever there is troop types like that, you always have one that's a little bit softer but does add to other overall damage. So when later on when I'm assembling my marches, I'm probably going to be using different ratios in order to assemble the marches to have the best results. The thing about pre-registering with this game and joining is that they give you a lot of things. So right here you see I have a welcome gift. That was very kind of them. And then as you go through the guide, they also give you rewards just for learning how to play the game through the text guide in the game. And they also do have a Discord server available. It is very fresh, very new. So don't expect a lot of stuff there so far. Everybody's sort of learning this, but they are trying to continually update resources. And they already do have a gift code available for new users, which I will try to include for you. They give you lots and lots of stuff. Now, eventually that will change because you don't get something for nothing. Let's look at our heroes. Here we see the first one we have, and that's Ivor. And as we're going to go through, you will notice that they have different colors, different importances, and different looks. Now, one thing I really like about the female characters in this game is that they're not hypersexualized, which is a problem in other games. These are Viking women. They don't need all that. So we see Ivor, Arthur, Gregory, Joanna, Jens, Laird, Ragnar, haha, Ragnar, Sheila, Sigurd, Varka, Verdandi, Yvette, Sissia, Eric, Little, I like him, Lindy, Michaela, Olena, Snorri, Wooder, Eugene, Sven, Ulf, Waltham, and then we go back to Ivor. Now you will have more characters able to be unlocked as time goes on, and some will be able to be purchased. I never recommend purchasing as a rule because purchasing is always a choice. Many of the heroes that you see will be heroes that eventually you will just get as part of the storyline progress. And when you go on through the game and as it expands and grows, then different heroes will be released, and some of those you can get very quickly if you pay money. Um, and they might be a little bit more exclusive. And again, the stronger that your heroes are, the better off you'll be. But this is stuff that you can do for free if you're willing to grind. Paying is an option, not a rule. So as we see, Dustin is telling us that he has found a map, and this is very important. So when we look at our map, it is going to tell us all about our little kind of city location and the areas around it. We are going to be able to see if we need to rescue anybody. We are going to see if there's different areas unlocked and available, different missions for us. Pretty, pretty nicely laid out, actually. I really like this. Um, I've played a lot of these games, and usually it's very repetitive. This also has that repetitive uh, feeling to it, but in a way that I appreciate because it's just different enough to make me want to play. So now we're going to go ahead and start upgrading our barracks, and we will add another building. We will be adding our pikeman barracks, and then we will also be adding where we do our research to expand our tech knowledge, which also helps us grow and build more and train higher troops and give different abilities. So we will be doing our pikeman barracks, and then we will be doing our academy. So she says, what does she say? Oh, she said that we need to appoint workers to make things go faster, which is very easy, and you have the option to appoint all, which is, I am lazy. I am very, very lazy. I'm American. I don't know if that has something to do with it or I'm just old. Both are true, but I am lazy. So I don't like individually doing things unless I have to. I will just claim all. I will just appoint all. The final thoughts before I let everybody go is that I kind of like it. If you like Vikings and you like base builders but are sick of zombies and pirates and all of that stuff, then look up Viking Rise from IGG and just give it a try. And if they ask who sent you, just tell them Liannin. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed the playback and this has given you a few things to think about. And I will see you there. Bye.